Welcome, everybody. Today's learning objective is we want to be able to multiply polynomials. By the end of today, you should be able to take these things that are polynomials and multiply them together. So let's review and recall a couple of things. So we remember that we can multiply numbers by numbers, right? Like if I have 10 times 4, hopefully you remember how this is done, what this is mechanically. This is either, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, or another way you could think about it is 4 plus 4, 10 whole times. The two ways to think about multiplication is it's kind of like super addition. What's nice is that both of these two things are exactly the same, right? You can add these up 10, 20, 30, 40, or you can go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. And either way, you get 40 both times. Some of you probably just want to skip that altogether and just say that this, put it in my calculator, oops, and I got 40. That's what I got there. Another thing we need to remember is that we can multiply numbers by variables. Now, this one is more just a visual. We don't actually multiply them in the sense of how we multiplied 10 and 4, but we actually just multiply 10 times n. Well, I have to represent that some way. So I'm going to represent that as 10m. But let's say I have 3m, so 3 times n, and I multiply that by 4. What I can actually do is rearrange the order in which it's being multiplied and do 3 times 4 times m. And I could go ahead and do the 3 times 4 part. So 3 times 4, if you either know that or want to do that in your calculator, you get that to be 12. So this would be 12 and then m. The important thing is when we multiply numbers by variables, we're actually not going one step further. We don't know what m is. M could be anything. So since we're kind of figuring out what m is, we're still anticipating something, we're just going to leave this as 12 times m. So we can multiply numbers and we can multiply numbers by numbers, multiply numbers by variables. What happens when I multiply a variable, so 3m, times another variable, just regular m? You'll remember from key concept 1, we talked about what to do when I take a variable and I multiply it by another variable. What I'm actually going to do is take their exponents, which here is 1, and I'm going to take those and add them together under one base. So I'm going to combine those bases. The bases here is just m because it's the same base. Now I'm going to raise it to the power 1 plus 1, which is 2. So 3m times m is 3m to the power 2. That's just a brief review on the multiplying things that we need to kind of dig deeper into this unit. So to review, we have multiplying numbers by numbers, numbers by variables, and then variables by variables. Those are the 3 types of multiplications that we need to know.